Hello to everyone who is here today with us. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mark and I'm from the marketing department for Alice Sporting Goods. Let's get right to it. Throughout our today's presentation, we'll be covering the following three aspects. This includes analysis of the acquisition data we obtained via multiple digital marketing channels to provide insights and correlation that can inform ESG's approach to digital marketing. Additionally, based off these insights, you'll be provided multiple data-driven strategies that ESG should implement. Recommendations into additional data sources will also be supplied to help and develop a better understanding of the customer's journey and why it's important to invest in as a business. Finally, we will cover any ethics or privacy considerations the business will need to address directly based on the above data source recommendations. Let's look at the year-on-year comparison of EDM across the business over the two same periods of time. You can see the results are very positive. An overall large increase in revenue between the user and the new user base. However, specifically, we notice the difference between the number of users does not differentiate much on year. So what does this tell us? Our existing customers are responding very positively to our email channel. Our conversion rate has increased from 0.32% to 0.75%. Our customers are spending an average of 20 more seconds per session, and we have seen a decrease of 7 to 8% in our bounce rate. Increasing our budget on email campaigns for our existing customers by driving more email capture and consent will not only cost less than new customers, but increase revenue further. Moving on to our next slide brings us to another year-on-year comparison, this time in relation to the paid search digital channel for ESG. Specifically, the budget expenditure on cost per click ads and how that correlates to revenue. From zero to hero, we achieved huge revenue spikes in all CPC sources, but especially Google search engine marketing. From 0 transactions in 2019 to 3,803 transactions in 2020, resulting in directly $716,211 in revenue that didn't exist in the same period a year prior. Additionally, Bing CPC had the highest conversion rate of all three sources on a very small sample of users compared to Facebook and Google. Increasing our budget on Bing CPC will increase our revenue as users are spending an average of 2 minutes longer per session compared to Google and Facebook. We're now looking at the positive benefits ESG has gained from our organic search digital channel efforts. Year on year shows growth in revenue and the amount of sessions our customers are accumulating. Driving our large revenue increase is Google organic search. However, Bing has also increased by over 50%, which is quite the return on investment as its user base only grew marginally year on year. We can optimize our page titles, produce meta descriptions that drive clicks on our searches, make sure our mobile and browser sites are both optimized, and importantly, make sure we are defining our keyword list. These multiple strategies can help to improve organic search rankings on the browsers our customers use. This will lead to a higher return on investment, especially as organic search is ESG's overall highest revenue digital marketing channel. Let's touch upon users from our social digital channels. There has been a clear decrease to the number of overall users, which includes new and existing. This is down by varying percentages when comparing the same period of over 2019 and 2020 respectively. Additionally, the same decrease can be said for the amount of sessions our users are generating. It is plain to see that Facebook generated the majority of revenue in 2019 both via referral and social sources, but in 2020, revenue dropped significantly for Facebook via our social source to just $498.42. The other social sources might or not have been cited on this chart with a complete lack of return on investment. However, bounce rates have improved. What may be causing this? A consistency of messaging across all our social sources and social channels. Unifying our message across video, ESG's online personality, building an army of advocates, and mastering the art of social storytelling will all benefit and build users' engagement across all our sources. On to our final insight, and the conclusion and analysis of the average duration of session by users against the percentage of conversion rate. This is across all our ESG digital channels. You can see a correlation exists between the two. The higher the average session duration is, the higher the conversion rate, therefore leading to more transactions and overall more revenue. However, if we really want to maximize our user sessions and overall revenue, we can look into ways of keeping our users on for longer, leading to a higher AOV, or have our users be able to convert faster. Both of these paths would lead to higher revenue. EDM could be sent out, reminding users of what was left in their shopping cart, timed discounts or timed promotions like free delivery for products on special. This, combined with the right message and story, will improve the customer journey. Moving on to our next topic now, data-driven tactics and data source recommendations. Two of the highest digital channels for revenue are EDM and organic search, so I'll be focusing on them. ESG can use EDM to create more engagement with our new early customers so they become loyal promoters and enforcers of the brand. Sending X amount of emails each week or offering personalized special discounts is a direct way to create this engagement. For organic search, it's all about the user experience. It needs to be snappy, stable, and offer a deep level of interactivity. In regards to additional data sources ESG should invest into, customer service and loyalty data comes to the forefront of the conversation. If we can leave a customer feeling a certain way about our brand, for example, an email communication referring to a previous interaction, this goes a long way to creating an emotional connection. Our loyalty program customers are also important, as we can target this particular audience in specific and meaningful ways such as gifts and exclusive events. This data can be used to discover their motivations and in turn attract more customers like them. Both worthy investments. Finally, we will briefly cover the privacy and ethics considerations in relation to the data sources recommended on the previous slide. It might sound like a no-brainer, but naturally when it comes to all customer data, including things like loyalty data, it can't just be about getting the basics right, such as data storage and private policies. We have to adhere to making sure everyone across the marketing board nails the ethical nature and ownership questions that are proposed to us. It is in our customers' best interests that we follow all Australian privacy principles, including the newly established Consumer Data Right and, of course, Australian data privacy laws and regulations. Jumping off of this, customer service data must be treated with the utmost care, taking into consideration our conscious responsibility when choosing which data to use and how we use it. Making sure sensitive, personally identifiable information, for example, isn't leaked and breached versus publicly available non-sensitive PII. That brings us to the end of the presentation for Alice Sporting Goods. Happy 2022, everybody. Thank you for your time today.